Welcome back everyone. Today I have another video and this time I'm doing an in-person testing. Before I go into the in-person testing, I wanted to show out the list that I'm playing. A little bit of a background before I start. I've seen people in a lot of the comments when I make the Rebecca video say that the yellow matchup is just unwinnable, and I'm here to tell you that that's just incorrect, and I'm gonna make a video specifically on this topic because I've been playing Rebecca for the last 2 weeks. It's just my favorite leader from this set by far, and out of the 5 tournaments that I enter here, at least locally, I got first place on 2. I won the store championship, and I got second in the other one, and I got top 4 in the other one. So I've been having a lot of success with her, and it's not like my locus is super easy actually, because all I play is yellow decks, mono blue croc, white beer, or law. Like that's all the decks that you see here, and there's a lot of good players on Florida. Florida is known for having like good competitive like card game players. So that with that being like the benchmark that I'm trying to establish here is that I don't think Rebecca is at all bad, and I've gone through a lot of iterations from this deck. I've changed things here and there, and I came out to this as being the best option to play Rebecca at the moment, at least for me, because I understand this deck, and I know that Rebecca doesn't win in like an easy fashion, like a quick turn or whatever. This deck is just a setup, and then setup, and once you have completed the setup, you win the game. What is the setup that I'm talking about? Is gonna be you have a Luffy, you have a cost reducer, either Orlumbus, Jaridum, and you have a blocker, and maybe you also have like a Kairos to complement that. If you're able to untap with that board, you have essentially won the game. For the most part, yeah, it's from you to lose the game, depending on the board state, of course. But if you're able to untap with that board, you should be able to win the game. Because from there, you just have to cycle your blockers, cycle your cards, remove every card that they play, and then you're able to win. And that's what ultimately you want to do with Rebecca. That's why I changed all my removal to just Treno and Red Rock, because I just want to remove my opponent's board. And after I'm done removing everything, I just play blockers, and if they cannot get through my blockers, they cannot win. And I play blockers like Borsalino, and I play blockers like Sabo, so they don't die easily. And then after that, it's just a matter of outgrinding my opponent. And it's just easy, but it requires a lot of moving parts, and you have to be adaptable to every scenario that the opponent does. It's what it comes down to. So this is the deck that I was playing on. Alright, this is the list that I'm testing it against. This is the Katakuri that we're gonna be playing here. The main thing is that it made it even more difficult, because I don't know if a lot of people are playing this one, but this one is really good against Rebecca, the Smoothie, and we're playing full plays of Karakuris, Yamato, and Lin, and everything that is just difficult against this matchup. Like these 5 drops are really difficult for the deck, and it's just how you win the matchup eventually, right? So this is the list that we're using to test it against Rebecca, and just to show for me to show you how the matchup goes and what's important about this matchup. All right, and first off, well, I chose to go first because it's better to go second in this matchup, by the way. But I chose to go first because I wanted to show that it is still super doable, even going second, because the deck is just that powerful, I think. Now, another mention about the leaders. Joku gifted me these 2 leaders. I leave a link in the description below, like where you can get the leaders if you want to get them from yourself. And yeah, I just wanted to show them off to us as well. So now I do my Rebecca thing. I have the field spell, which is one of the first steps to win the game, of course. Having the field spell does help a lot. And then he attacks for 5, which means he's gonna play now the Smoothie. Smoothie is very good in this matchup, so I kind of have to remove her, and that delays me a little bit more. So as you can see, he's running on all the cards that he needs to see at this point, which is really good for my opponent at this point right now. Now, he's going to attack me for 8. Looks at his life, keeps it on the top, and then plays Sanji, which is actually very good for him. I combo out of that attack because I want to keep using my leader ability. And then here he attacks for 5, which I have to out combo. And then, as you can see, oh, by the way, this is one of the first things that I want to notice about this. This is the first point on the deck of interaction, which means if they don't have an 8-drop here on curve, the game is absolutely much easier for you. Now, he did have it, and this is something that you should expect. So just slam the 8, the 7, the Luffy, and then they have the answer, which is fine. That's going to happen. It's not going to be that big of an issue. But if they don't have the 8-drop here on curve, you are advantaged to win this game super, like incredibly a lot. Because then they're not going to develop the 10-drop Big Mom. I mean, when they develop the 10-drop Big Mom, you just have to clear it every turn, and you're going to be just getting advantage every turn. Even if they play back-to-back Big Moms, it's not that big of a deal if you have the ability to remove them every turn. And that's what I want to like grind with this leader. That's the main thing they want to do, right? I use the Sabo here, and I'm trying to get the cards that I need. Which one of the cards that I need is gonna be another Luffy, and another card that I'm gonna need is gonna be another cost reducer, because I have one, but I need another one. So in case they remove that one cost reducer, I have another one in the process, so I can just go for it. And I'm gonna take the damage here, even though I could block with the 5-drop. I don't want to have to defend my my Sabo, and I also want to see some extra cards for my hand. So yeah, that's why I did this one. So as I was saying, you play your Lumbus, you use the ability, and you KO Big Mom. At this point, I have 15 cards because I play 2 Rebeccas, and I done my leader ability every turn. So I do have the 15 cards to remove the Big Mom. And by the way, that's one more thing. It's very important that you get to 15 cards. I'm sorry, I said that I was going to attack, but I was not going to attack here because the leader is bigger, so I'm just going to play another Rebecca. And I get a 2k counter just because I need another extra card here to defend my leader. Now, from here, my opponent plays another Big Mom, I'd remove it. So, also, he doesn't have the Big Mom at this point, but it's not like the biggest issue. He's gonna put that one at the bottom, which is gonna be that's gonna be a bait trigger. So again, this draw hasn't been bad for him. Now he's gonna play another Katakuri because he attacked for 9, and I'm gonna combo for 7 and just sacrifice my Sabo because I don't want to lose another life. But he puts he gives me another extra life here. But this is beatable because I already have set up this turn where I can go Luffy plus Gon. And then it's unlikely that he's going to be able to defend both Katakuris. So at this point, we're really good. We were able to remove the board. And again, this is the stage where you have to be. Now from here, my opponent has 2 options. He plays a Big Mom, I play a cost reducer, a kill spell, and then I get to untap with a Luffy. Amazing for me. Or he does, he removes the Luffy by attacking it, which is possible because, I mean, I have cards in my hand, but it's not that amazing. Or I get to play another Luffy here at this point. And I attack for 9, and if he combos out of both attacks, it's fine. Because I have to keep using my leader ability every turn so I can outgrind my opponent. That's ultimately the ultimate goal of this leader, is being able to find your pieces over and over. And that's how you win the game. So I use the leader. He combos out of the first attack just to force me to untap with the Luffy. Because if I just leave it on top, he can no longer kill it by battle. And he doesn't have another Katakuri. And if I get to untap with a Luffy, even if he plays a 10-drop, I can just kill it by battle. So like he has to force me to tap the Luffy again, so he can kill it by battle at this point. And right now, it's fine. He can kill it. I mean, again, I have 4 life because he has healed me twice. And I'm faced again with this decision where I have to kill this Moody, because Moody is just very important for this matchup. And I don't have a cost reducer at this point in my hand, so I kind of just want to find another one and find another Luffy because I don't have it. And as you can see, I have blockers, which is what's important in this matchup, and I have a 2k, so I just need 1 2k. And the Sabos are also very good blockers, but also is Borsalino in this matchup. So yeah, I just needed to. I decided to give up 1 Sabo because of that reason. Now he plays the Big Mom, but now I have the cost reducer, so now it's not a problem because I can do 6-drop plus remove the Big Mom. Why does it remove it? You tap the leader, and then you get to use Trueno to tap it. Now he decides to develop 2 more threats because he has to start doing something. But this is the stage where I wanted to talk about. So this is the game where how you have to do it to win this game, where you have a cost reducer, a blocker, and Luffy. If I get to untap with this board, I am likely to win this game. It doesn't matter what, like the stage where what my opponent does for the rest of the game. It is almost impossible to win from here because I have already established what I need to win. These 3 cards are enough to win if you're able to untap with them. So now from here, I just KO one of the. Ideally, I KO both of them, and I'll attack for 10 here. Even though I want to search, I don't want him to just defend it for free. Which he still does, but okay. So we're finally able to do this here, and then sorry. He does the Trueno, which is still like a good card here. So he's still no out of this game because I wasn't able to untap with the board. So, and he's going to KO my Luffy, I assume. And that's okay. That's acceptable at this point. At least I'm able to, and he's pressuring my life here. And I'm at 2 life left. So I still have a little bit of like allegiance here of what's going to happen. But I'm just going to try to remove the board. He's digging for another Big Mom on another big drop. But I'm going to have to establish my Sawa again. Because it's very important for me to win the game. And then 2 more blockers. Because from here on, the blockers are just going to be that good, right? And the leader, I mean, he just searches another card that he can play. And at this point, he has like 2 cards in hand, 3 cards in hand. So it is very difficult to exactly know what you need to do. And I'm going to keep the blocker that doesn't die to Thunderbolt like that easily. And yeah, everything else is just like keep playing blockers, keep annoying my opponent. And I'm missing the one piece to win this game right now, which is the Luffy. Why the Luffy is so important in this matchup? Because I'm not going to attack his life unless I have a Luffy on board. Oh, I'm sorry. Andrew was... he thought that I used the leader ability on that place. But no, I used the Sawa ability. That's why he interrupted that. But no. So why do I need the Luffy so bad? Because I have to remove every card out of my opponent's board. If he doesn't untap with anything, I win the game. But if he does get to untap with anything at all, then that's a problem. So the way that I do that is I don't attack his board at all because I don't have to. He's gonna attack, but I have the blocker, so not even need to go through the motions there. And this is the 3rd Big Mom, by the way. And at this point, I just need to remove the Big Mom, which I don't have a removal spell, by the way. So, but I do have the blockers, so it's not that big of an issue. I'm just gonna develop my Luffy, and I'm gonna start attacking because now I have a way to attack whatever he plays for free. So here he plays it, I just attack it. And then he gets to replace it, but I mean, I just get to attack it for free. And I'm going to use the Luffy's ability because I want to keep it on top so he doesn't get to attack it at all. And I don't have to sacrifice my blockers for free. And then from here, I should be able to... I kept 2 energy up. I was thinking about playing the blocker, but I think I decided to not to do so. And then, well, that comes down to bite me a little bit. And now he plays a Yamato. So he's been drawing everything that he needs at this point, right? And you cannot say the yellow deck had a bad matchup or had a bad draw at all here. We've just been able to do everything that we need to as well for our end. And I'm gonna get the gun, and I'm gonna attack the Big Mom and the Yamato here for the amount that I need to just deal the damage here. And I want to keep 2 energy up to I could have gone all in, and he maybe won't be able to out-combo that. But I wanted to keep up the 2 energy because I wanted to play a blocker because it was getting a little bit scary at this point, right? Now my opponent has 2 cards in hand, which is good. They still have a lot of life, and I have to deal with the Yamato for what it is that I need to do, of course. And here I'm just gonna take the damage, I think, because I need the Orlumbus so I can reduce the cost of something on the board. And I also need to sorry, he had me in a low life total here, which is bad for me. I only have 2 cards in hand, so it's getting to that point. But again, eventually I'm gonna be able to out-combo my opponent. I just need to be able to untap with this, right? The Luffy's tapped, so he's not gonna untap. And you see, like, we've been through the whole thing. We just haven't been able to. He hasn't been able to, like, finish the game. And now from here is how you win the game. Oh, this Luffy should be tapped. Oh no, I used the leader ability to untap it. The Luffy ability to untap it. And then from here, it's all about finding blockers now. I have 1 card in my hand, and my opponent has 2, but it doesn't matter because as long as he can no KO my blocker, it's gonna be fine. And then from here is just the outgrind. This is how you win the game. You outgrind the opponent, and I'm gonna pick Rebecca because I know he can no KO my blocker, and I'm not gonna attack his life because that's just giving him cards that he might be able to kill me with. So now from here is just I got the Sabo now, and this is the loop that you can no get out of when you play against Katakuri. If every turn he's just gonna have to attack me for a big number, I block. And then I have to play an unblockable blocker that it doesn't die to. He didn't decide to play this one. We took this play back because it was a bad play. I told him, no, I mean, why would you play that? Because I can just attack it with the Luffy. And then he decided, okay, then at that point, I'm just going to put this one on the bottom of my life. And I'm going to try to get another trigger or something so that I can win the game. And then I played the Luffy at the Sabo. So that way I don't get triggered out of life. And I keep searching. And now, as you can see, now I have my Sabos on hand. So every turn from the rest of the game, I'm going to play a Sabo that doesn't die to battle. And I'm going to destroy whatever he plays out of the board here. And I'm going to, as you can see, he won't be able to keep anything on board here at this point. He's thinking that he shouldn't have combo out of some attack or something. And I was a little bit greedy here. And I shouldn't have an extra attack here because I needed the extra energy. So if I would have been a little bit more careful, I would have been able to KO the Sanji without being that extra risky at this point. But yeah, I mean, I took a little bit of a risk because I have to close the game at some point, right? And but I didn't need to, is what it comes down to. And then the same thing that I was saying, you have to use the blocker that doesn't die. Because, I mean, he doesn't die, right? And then he has 2 cards in hand, but now he's going to heal me 1 life, ideally. Or he's going to, he's using the leader ability. And then he's going to either heal himself or he's going to heal my Luffy. Healing the Luffy is okay now because I will be able to, I have an extra life now, which is really good for me, right? Now I use the ability on the 4-drop on the Orlumbus, and I still set up my cards so I don't just easily die to a Thunderbolt. And I don't have another Luffy at this point, so I have to see what I do from here. And I just keep finding the combo, and I don't want to be too risky because the triggers out of life are scary at this point. But I have an extra life, so it shouldn't be that bad, and I have protection from like Thunderbolt. So it shouldn't be that difficult, and he only has a 1-drop and a blocker here. But it could be problematic if he has another trigger out of life from here. That could be the problem. So I could take a little bit slower, but at this point I'm trying to I smell blood and I want to go for it. And then he plays 2 more cards, but at this point it's just like if he plays them or not, it doesn't matter because I'm just gonna attack KO the blocker. Attack for 7. He only has 1 card, so he takes that one, and I use the con to attack for game because I can have infinite damage at that point, right? And if he has a blocker, I just attack for 7/7. It doesn't matter. Like he couldn't get out of that at that point to go for game. So yeah, I mean it's a long game. It's just a matter of untapping with the board. And as you can see, the yellow deck can have the best draw that they can have. And you can still make it there if you have your deck built correctly for that. Now, I have another example. I have a game 2 for this. And it's still the same, but I wanted to show it up the same too. All right, and I'm gonna play against Andrew here. I'm gonna choose to go first again because I want to like dissolve this misconception that just Rebecca is an auto lose for this deck for Katakuri, because it's not true. Not, at least not on my testing, right? Not to say that it's just like a free matchup for Rebecca either. No, I think it's just down to a 50-50. And it has to do a lot with these incremental advantages that you can do during the matchup that is going to help you win the game. Now, Andrew's going to do something that a lot of people don't do, but it is absolutely one of the ways that you have to play against this leader, or you should play against this leader. Because if you know how the deck operates, by you have to have 15 cards on the graveyard to be able to use Train of Bastardo as a removal spell. Now, what's the problem with that? If you're not able to use your leader ability every turn, getting to 15 cards is gonna be difficult. So I have to so he's gonna do something here which is not gonna attack me. Why he doesn't attack me here? Because I'm gonna go to 8 cards in hand. So unless I can deploy 2 cheap cards, and I'm able to use the leader ability on the same turn, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. However, I do have my Rebeccas here, which are gonna be able to buy me a little bit of time. And although I'm not gonna be able to use my leader ability, I was able to mill cards, which is the ultimate goal of the deck. Now, why wouldn't he attack that turn too? You will ask. It's just not worth, because I'm gonna give him 1 card that I want to discard anyway. I'm gonna be able to use my leader ability, so I'm gonna be able to keep finding the pieces. Rebecca is a heavy combo deck in a way, which if you don't see all your pieces, how are you gonna be able to do anything at all after that, right? So now, because it is, I'm gonna have to give him 3 cards to defend like 4 attacks this turn. He is gonna attack me because it makes sense. It is all about what makes sense and what doesn't make sense in the turn. So however, he doesn't have a turn 5 play, which is good for me. But he does have a bunch of big moms slash Yamatos here to win the game. So it is not gonna be an easy matchup for me. But I'm still gonna be playing it this way, of course. I played the this guy, and I made a slight mistake here because I thought I have more energy, but I didn't. So I'm gonna play a blocker and just pass. I wanted to develop a Sabo, but I completely messed that up. I should have attacked for 6 instead of 7, but okay, that's my bad, and that's what I have to deal with, right? Now, he didn't have another play here, but now he has Katakuri, Big Mom. So we are now both playing at our maximum ability. And he saw the Orlumbus, and he's like, no, get that out of here because you probably don't have one. I do have an Orlumbus, but I have to be a little bit more careful with that. Now he searches the Katakuri, and he can play it this turn, of course. But now he has an answer for my Luffy on the turn it comes down to. So this is how you play this deck, basically, how it comes down to, right? I'm gonna KO the Sanji because the Sanji already got some value for him. I'm gonna play a blocker, and I'm gonna probably just do a removal spell on the Smoothie, because I don't want him to draw any cards with the Smoothie. It's just how it is with this leader. So that's why Smoothie is so good in this matchup. So I'm playing the deck against like a version that is actually very good against Rebecca, which is this is the example that I want to give, of course. Now from here on, he's just gonna do Big Moms, and he's gonna do Big Moms instead of playing something else, because I mean I have to remove it. And from here, of course I'm gonna remove the Big Mom pretty easily here. Oh, I'm sorry. I did a misplay. No misplay, just that I thought that I played the Orlumbus. What I just slammed the field spell. That was a mistake. I took it back. I paid for energy for the Orlumbus, of course. That was my idea. From here, there is an argument that I should have started attacking, but I don't have my Luffy. And that's how you pretty much lose this game for sure. When they have a Luffy, when they get to untap with the triggers, when they get to do the triggers ability every turn, that's how you pretty much lose with this deck. And then here I'm gonna keep doing my removal spell versus Big Moms, because that's what I set up my deck to do. That's why I played the deck the day I play it. And then I'm gonna keep playing my blockers. At least my board is not looking terrible. I'm just looking for a Luffy at this point, so I can start doing the damage. Ooh. Okay, he thought that he had the removal there, but he didn't. The free play there, but he didn't. And I was feeling now that I could attack because I had so many cards in hand. That was the case. I just didn't have any other way. And then as you have seen, he's been playing Big Mom, Big Mom, Big Mom every turn. And then from here, I just have to see what I do. And he's going to have to out-combo a little bit here. And then he combos out of that one. I play my cost reducer. And I remove the Big Mom. At this point, I just have 2 cost reducers. So I can kill anything that my opponent plays. Which is what I'm trying to do here. Now he plays the Yamato to KO my blocker. So that forces me to combo some extra cards out of my hand. Which I was not expecting. I definitely wasn't expecting the Yamato there. But that's just a really good one. And now he's asking me to show him the cards to defend the Yamato, and he doesn't have enough right here to defend the Yamato. And he's thinking if I didn't combo out of the Sabo, I would have been able to save the Da. But if he doesn't combo out of the Sabo, then he goes to 2 life, and then I try to maybe go for a game. So there's a lot of options that I could have done there. And he's gonna force me to use the Luffy's ability here. But as you can see, my board is where I want it to be. Maybe I could have been a little bit more risky and try to okay, so there was 2 options here. It's just like I couldn't get out of here. He wins this matchup here because he was able to remove my last blocker, and then he was able to just go for a game with the 1-drop and the Katakuri. So as you can see, I had the board that I needed to win. If I'm able to untap with this board, I win the game. As I've been saying, at all. He just had that one turn that he had the removal for my Sabo, and he was able to go for game because I didn't have that many cards in hand. And also, he won on exactly. He won on exactly. I only have 9k instead of 8k, and if I have one extra 1k, maybe I'm able to win this matchup. Although he does have. No, yeah, I will, because I just need to find another blocker. I KO the Shirahoshi, and then I chill for a little bit, because depending on what's gonna happen, maybe I go for game next turn, or maybe I have to risk it. But I mean, as you can see, he drew like all the cards that he needed to draw, and it still came down to like a 1k to win that game. Because I can also just go for game next turn, because I have enough attackers to try to go for game. Because he combo a lot of cards trying to save the Yamato. So as you can see, it's not the worst matchup that you can face. Every time I face sit around in front of a Katakuri matchup, I know if they're not playing correctly, they're not gonna even get ahead. And I know Andrew and Jadam are playing correctly, because I played against them, and I know they're gonna be doing the best plays that they can. And as you can see, still a super winnable matchup. It's just all about how you play the deck, how you understand what's coming next, and you have to play 2 or 3 turns ahead to be able to get there. Is what I want to come down to. All right, that was a lot, and I don't know if people like this kind of videos. So I'm just trying it out. If you do, just let me know. If you want to see some other type of content like this, where you wanna analyze a specific matchup and see how it can relate to the overall meta, I'm happy to try to do that. Now, you guys didn't see the red rock, but the red rock is mainly here for the blue matchup, for the the crocodile, because that matchup is the only matchup that I see. I'm like, that's gonna be really difficult for me to win. And this card does give you a semblance of what you need to do to win that matchup, and this card is just very important for that matchup. And he's good against Big Mom too, so it's just very good in general, and I think it's just what the deck needs. I don't think the deck needs something like the 3000 Swords, although it's good. I think the Treno will solve that problem for the most part, and then you can rely on the Red Rock and the Treno for the late game. So this is what I've been playing. I know the deck works. I know the one thing that you probably notice is that I don't play Leo, because I don't think it's needed. The only matchup that is really good against is like Law and Zoro, but I will argue that the Coliseum is just as good against those decks, because you gain Rush and all your attack cards just attack immediately, and then you gain the advantage through the leader. So it is not the worst matchup for like at all. So you don't actually need those cards. You just need to win the mirror matchups and the long game kind of decks. And that's why I have my deck set up this way. I know that at the end of the game, I'll just want to see blockers, and that's why I play all the blockers that I can. Ideo, Sabo, Bartolomeo, and Borsellino. I just want to cycle my blockers over and over, because once I have established my Jarudin, my Olympus, my Luffy, of course, or my Sabo, I can win with anything. It doesn't matter, because at some point I'm gonna see my King Kong gun, and I'm gonna go double strike and go for game, right? So this is a deck that just takes patience. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of understanding of the game to be able to play. It's not an easy deck to play at all, but it is super fun to play. It's the best deck that I play so far. That I feel like I'm doing I'm thinking 3 or 4 or 5 steps ahead, and I'm getting there because I know what the matchup requires. With that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day.